Hello, listeners! Welcome back! So, I hear that our Loud Scout went to a thing called the World of Wizards? In some place called the Port of Land. I did not know this place, but it is a World of Wizards, and he didn't even invite me. I would be hurt if he didn't say that he met so many magical people. Well, anyways, he had fun, so let's let Rain discuss what happened last time.
Last time on the Swordcast Adventures. Well, we found the gem. I had the bright idea to grab it and run across the ceiling for the exit. I guess I hoped these creatures were distracted by the fight, but I got shot down right off the ceiling like a common house spider. I tried to do what I do best and failed miserably. Hey, in my defense, I'm usually stealing shit like this from jewelers or fat rich guys, not skeletal ghosts with projectile magic whose sole purpose is to protect their treasure, so just lay off it. So right now, I'm on the ground, clinging to life, and I'm not entirely sure I'm gonna get up. Let the show begin, I guess.
And we are back. Thank you, Rain, for that wonderful introduction. As the unicorn pours from this gate, opened only momentarily by Loud Scout, as both Loud Scout and this unicorn appear into the middle of this darkened and dank crypt. Loud Scout, it is still your turn.
Yeah, so...
Rain is down on the ground. Metolius is to the right side, protecting himself with a shield. Grimtuck near the center, axe ready. Elduin to the back near the door, readying an arrow. And you now, sitting in front of your well-known traveling companion, lying motionless upon the ground. The gems clattered across to just about the center of the room, and the Wraith still hangs just where his last swipe hit.
So first of all, when Loud Scout comes out of his misty step and hears or sees this unicorn coming out behind him, he just kind of like looks at it, and you just see this look of like embarrassment mixed with like terror come over his face. And then out of the corner of his eye, he notices a soft purple glow coming from underneath his robes, and he tries to like cover it up and looks around to see if anybody else has seen it. And then after that, he's going to pull a healing potion out of a pouch and turn Rain over and feed it down her throat.
Boom.
Excellent.
Regular healing potion?
Yeah, just a basic.
Am I rolling for it? Or do you want to
Go for it.
You want to roll for it? Okay. 2d4 plus 2?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that'll be 4...
Nice.
5, 6, 7, 8. Cool.
So,
That's something.
With a quick inhale, you feel the cold glass as the last bits of the healing potion go down your throat, and you see your small gray friend standing above you, looking mildly terrified.
And just kind of like clenching his robes like against his neck.
A hint of a purple glow sits under his hand. It is obviously not your turn yet.
Right.
But
I take note.
There's a chaser for the teeth you swallowed when you hit the ground.
I did think about that.
You
I was like, some blunt trauma.
It's not good.
Not
Rain,
That's probably fine.
Rain is probably not as pretty as she was.
Hey, no. Chicks with crooked noses are cute. It's okay.
It is a thing. And a broken horn. It's great.
It adds character.
It's raining.
It does. Is there anything else you'd like to do as
So
you stood
how
over?
far away from the gem am I?
You would probably be, no more than 10 feet away.
I haven't used any of my movement yet, so I'm going to swipe it up and try and like find a slab to hide behind. Like out
You would
of
be
the...
running dead center into the middle of the room. No slabs to hide behind, no doors. Just you.
Well, then I'm going to swipe up the gem and try and book it to whatever object is closest for me that I'm going to be able to hide behind.
I'm the biggest, closest object to you.
So be it. I
10
will
feet
go
out,
and
probably
hide behind
Metolius.
Grimto.
I'm
What's-
behind the meat shield.
God damn it. What's your movement speed?
25.
25. Okay, so you 10 feet out. And about 10 feet back to right next to Grimtuck, who is next to the center slab where the Wraith was seen first.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes it top of the round, guys. Metolius, You are standing there.
Can I make it to Loud Scout?
You should be able to. He's halfway into the room. Yeah, it's at least 20 feet, give or take. Also, the moment this unicorn appears, this almost iridescent glow off of it with only a bit of light coming from the torches in the other room. One sec. It seems to buck almost at the blackened soul of the Wraith, as though evil of that caliber makes it a bit antsy.
We covered where we were. Where are the enemies?
So, right now, the Wraith is hanging up upon the back wall.
Okay. I thought that the Wraith shot a projectile, but it ran
No,
up and hit?
it dashed at her with a sword slash and
okay.
took her down.
Okay.
It's Phantom Sword.
With its phantom sword. And then then there is a white. There are two whites. There's one near you, Metolius, if I'm not mistaken.
One just got Hellish Rebuke that I was fighting, and I think I'm free now.
Yes. And then there is one, probably one slab over from you, Grimtuck, because you took one out.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
The other two I've been shooting the whole time. The two that came and engaged us in melee, I think, are dead, and the two
Yeah,
that
the
were
other two
shooting
are still
the whole
alive.
time, I think, are the ones.
No, we killed two.
No, we killed
Okay,
two.
okay.
We killed two.
Okay. Sorry, guys. It's been a month and there was a baby.
Metolius will dash forward toward where Loud Scout and Grimtuck are located,
Okay.
and he will call out to this suddenly appearing
Suddenly unicorn?
ally to his god, and he will call out in Sylvan. He will say, "Master Unicorn, please help us. Maliki's light burns within me. We require your aid." And he runs toward Loud Scout, and he sheaths his sword, and he puts his hand out like he wants the emerald and tries to grab it.
Would you fight him for it?
No, I'll hand it over.
Okay.
And then I will take it and use the rest of my action to dash toward the exit.
Okay. So
I say, cover me as I run. As I run away, I turn to
Well,
Grimtuck and Loud Scout. and
so
say,
effectively,
"Cover
Fair.
do you legitimately just want to dash out?
me." I don't think I can make it out.
You can't make it out, but you can make it close to it. You
Yeah.
can certainly make it next
I
to
want to
Elvin.
go as far as possible.
Okay. So
I'll cover you. Cover fire.
you see Metolius run towards Loud Scout, and he grabs the emerald, and you see it gleam in his hand for just a moment as he holds it close to him, and he is dashing towards you all the way. Rain, as the small, deep gnome stands over you, breath coming back to you, and nothing but pain emanating off of most of you.
And then valiantly he brings you back to life and runs the fuck away from your body.
What are you doing? You are on the ground prone.
Okay, I am prone. So I'd have to spend half my movement to get up, right?
Yes.
Okay. So while I dart up, I spit out a mouthful of blood.
Couple teeth.
Yeah, a few teeth probably.
It's okay. They come back.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
They were baby teeth.
Tieflings have at least 4 sets of teeth they go through before adult.
They're like sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just rows.
They don't call him tiefling for nothing.
Hey.
Hey.
Mother.
Okay, so I dart up. I spend half my movement to stand up. So that's 15 feet left.
Yep.
What's...
So you are near effectively the slabs in the back wall.
Okay.
You're probably about 10 feet away from the back wall,
Okay.
and about maybe 5 feet away from the slabs, give or take.
Okay.
And you, again, above you hangs the Wraith in the air.
Okay, well, now seeing Metolius running for it, I'm gonna shoot my hand crossbow at the Wraith to hopefully distract it from him running with the gem.
Okay.
So for a 16?
16 hits.
Excellent. I'm assuming no one's within 5 feet of him, right?
No one is within.
Yeah, I
5
did
feet.
think so. Okay. So just regular old damage will be 7 damage.
Okay, so your crossbow bolt flies through, and incorporeal form kind of poofs as though fog, but you see him retch as the pain of the bolt connects.
Okay.
You said 7 damage?
Yeah. So I am still within movement of the slabs. So I'm going to go to one of the slabs, and I'm going to use my cunning action to hide behind one.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
Okay. 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. You think you're hiding?
Okay.
You may be. We'll see. That's the end of your turn. The white. I know what was going on. Elduin, I believe there was a white upon you.
That sounds
About right.
right.
So that white, who has been... There are 2 that are still looking pretty bad. Otherwise, the rest of them is just the Wraith. That white is going to pull out the longbow that he has been shooting you with and shoot it back at you. So.
Reasonable.
Yep. And miss terribly, if I'm not mistaken. That would be a 13 to hit.
Misses.
Yeah. As the arrow flies wide, you hear a splash behind you as it clattered into the magic pool. Let's see. He is going to also see that Metolius is running and fire at him as well. Getting a whopping 7. No, I didn't think so. That ends his turn, leaving nothing there. The second white, runs towards you, Grimtuck, and Loudscout effectively, and pulls out a long sword and swipes, slashing at you. For 11.
11 does not hit.
No fucking shit. This time he reaches out at you with a gnarled clawed hand. 15.
Nope.
Damn. Glancing off your axe, dealing nothing but a mild film upon the metal.
Well, it's a silvered axe, so
And-
he singed himself. Zing!
That brings it to your turn. There is a white in front of you.
Alright, I am going to swing on that white. So, first one hits to 18.
18 hits.
And then the second one hits to 15.
15 hits as well.
Holy shit, I didn't expect that to happen.
I know, right?
Alright, and so 15 damage with the silver great axe for the
Okay.
first hit.
In your first swing,
Okay.
you cleave the creature straight in half.
Oh!
Nice.
Nice.
You cut straight through the sword as it was swinging down at you with it.
Nice.
The blade is old and just gone.
Nice. Okay, well
Creature
then.
falls to the ground.
Blade is old and Grimtuck is strong.
Also true.
Alright. There's no way for me to hit that Wraith, is that? It's way too high up.
I mean, you could try throwing your axe, but there's no way to actually reach the
We're
wraith.
not actually going to do
Javelin.
Yeah,
or
but-
some other throwing implement.
Yeah. Where
You
is
could throw Loud Scout.
I honestly was thinking it.
Fastball special.
Yeah.
Not the right person to be doing that.
Where is
No.
the other white?
The other white is to your right side. If you're looking at Elduin, he's to your right, a couple slabs down, firing arrows.
Okay, he's just doing his thing over there. Well, I'm supposed to be covering Metolius' retreat. Because I know what that Wraith is going to do. That Wraith is going to haul ass towards that gem.
You could, by all rights, make it to the other white, though.
So,
It's
Metolius is... So, basically, if I were to draw a line, am I directly between the Wraith and where Metolius is running?
Effectively, yeah.
So I'm pretty much, it would have to be either fly over me or past me to
But
get to him.
Yes, this is a 30-foot high ceiling. He has the full ability to do so.
So he could, so it's not like because I was gonna just like hold action and just baseball swing on him, but he wouldn't have to try hard to fly over me. Okay, well then he's not
You
dumb.
could run... no, it wouldn't work like that.
Damn it. Well, for the time being, I think I will eliminate that other white because
Okay.
if it's all of us and just a unicorn and a wraith, I feel pretty good about those odds. So, Yeah. Would I be able to? I'm close enough to use my movement and still swing. Okay.
What's your full move? Oh, because you haven't moved at all.
Yeah, I haven't moved at all.
What's your full movement?
40, but I'm raging.
Easily.
Yeah. So I'm gonna run up on that other white.
He kind of gives a.
Yeah. So I hit him to 22.
22 hits.
Yes. And 8 plus 5, 13 damage with the silver great axe.
And that is just enough to also. He whips his bow around, and you do the same as you did the other sword. You catch it right at the center, and you all hear this loud twang as the bow snaps from his hand, the axe continuing cleaving his head clean off.
Yeah.
Hell
2
yeah.
for 2. And Grimtuck will just let out an even louder roar. Just his normal Grimtuck.
Excellent.
Well done.
Thank you.
That's your turn?
Oh, yeah. I got
Excellent.
nothing. My loud defiant roar is, that's it.
Over effectively in all of your heads, you hear one's not undead, ones who stand at the precipice of life and death. I shall aid you.
Yes. Unicorn thoughts.
Hashtag unicorn thought.
Hashtag unicorn thoughts.
Well,
That's surprisingly the most metal unicorn thing.
I'm not surprised.
Grumtuck didn't know unicorns could be metal.
the unicorn, seeing what is happening and hearing your call, Metolius, rushes forward towards you as you dash out the room and stands guard as though a protector from this black, evil creature, readying to swing down at you, holding his attack until it gets any closer. So the unicorn now stands right between the Metolius and the Wraith at the door where he was able to just about get to.
Hell yeah.
The Wraith is afraid of me, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought it was the white. Oh, it's the Wraith?
I had 2 creatures afraid. I swung.
The Wraith was one of them.
The Wraith attacked me and then tried to retreat, and I attacked it, and it failed to save. It can't move towards me.
Hell yeah.
So you're like super safe right now. As long as it's in your line of sight. Or you're in its line of sight.
Yes.
Elduin.
So
There's a unicorn standing right next to you. And Metolius is effectively close behind. He's probably about 5 feet in front of the unicorn. As this majestic beast stands next to you, and you see it kind of lower its horn in a very threatening fashion at your foe.
So there's just the Wraith left.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So, with a bit of insight that this thing is incorporeal, I'm going to drop my, not like lower my bow and make the hand signal for firebolt at that thing.
Okay. Make that hand symbol at that firebolt.
In the Bill Shatner voice that you just did.
I will make
Hand symbol.
the fireball.
Oh god.
The Wraith.
Spock, I will firebolt the Wraith.
Thank you for that.
Love you, buddy.
Absolutely. Oh, that's not going to hit. 11.
11 does not.
Yeah. All right. Cool. What's the distance between me and the Wraith right now?
I would say about, give or take, 65 to 70 feet.
Cool.
Because you were close to the door.
Cool. I will stay put.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. It's the Wraith's turn. You hear this almost as though the sound of that door opening that you pulled open entering this crypt, a dry, guttural, scraping sound as the Wraith screams. What you all see is this spectral black figure make that scream and then almost pace as it seems to writhe back and forth, unable to move close to its wanted target. What's the DC?
15.
It makes it. It is no longer frightened.
Alright.
Way to toughen
But
up,
it
Ghost.
used its action.
It did use its action, so now it is.
That's something.
Can move, but that's about it.
Yep.
Remember
It's
that
going
time
to
you
move.
scared a ghost? That's pretty cool.
I do remember that time.
It is going
It's
to
happening
move
right now.
60 feet forward, staying high into this next to the ceiling, away
Nothing
from.
bad to say about that. It's pretty cool.
Bring it to the bottom of the round.
Will that still activate the unicorn's held action?
He can't reach it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So the Wraith and the last guy. Yeah, sadly the unicorn.
The unicorn would have a chance to do something at the end of the round
Yeah.
because it held its action.
Well, I know exactly what it's going to do. At the end of Elduin's turn, it is going to use a legendary action, costing 2 of its legendary actions in 1. You see it kind of buck onto its back legs and give a loud, hearty ring as a glow emits, wrapping itself in a shimmering field of white light, brightening this room up. And you see not only does it cover itself in this shimmering light, Metolius, around you, an orb of shimmering white light spins and glows. You gain +2 AC.
Woo!
Nice.
Until the end of its next turn.
Well then.
Then it is going to be Loud Scout's turn.
Loud Scout is just going to... He's going to use his movement to kind of back away from Grimtuck, back towards the door where everybody else is starting to congregate. And he's going to throw a Chaos Bolt at the Wraith.
Do it.
At a level 2 spell slot.
Oh yeah, Grimtuck wasn't anywhere near you at that point. I went and killed the other white.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, my position where I was with Grimtuck, I'm just going to move back away from that towards the door.
Okay.
Crit fail.
Oh, and you're casting a spell. So more mild magic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't have it go off, but yeah, so percentile?
Yep. High or low?
Let's go low. 30.
Nice.
Low. Your gas bolt flies, catches the wall, and a chunk of stone falls to the ground as it goes off useless.
It's like, please don't hit Grimtuck. I was like, I'm the closest thing downwind from.
Are you doing anything else?
Nope, that's it.
At the end of the round, the unicorn cannot actually attack the Wraith. What it does is you see it bray, and out of it comes this Sylvan word. And both of you two who speak Sylvan hear, halt. As it does, these grasping weeds sprout out of the ceiling, right above the Wraith, and begin to wrap around it. The Wraith has to make a strength saving throw.
Oh shit.
Or be restrained. Which it does. Actually, what you do see, effectively, is it does make its strength saving throw, but it twists just a moment, and you see it pass through these green growing vines. That makes it top of the round. And that means it is Metolius' turn.
I'm gonna turn to face the Wraith.
Yeah? What you doing, bro?
I'm gonna hold fast. And I'm gonna call out to it. I have my shield in one hand, and
Yeah.
I have the emerald in my other, and I hold out the emerald to the sky, to the ceiling, and Metolius shouts, "You want this? Come and get it!" And he'll hold his action to until the Wraith within 10 feet of him, and then he will use his channel divinity, Nature's Wrath. which causes spectral vines to spring up and try to ensnare a creature that I can see within 10 feet. And he's hoping the spectral vines might be better than the real vines, but that's his hope.
I'm liking your odds.
Also, unicorn. I'm emboldened by this unicorn.
Absolutely.
Unicorn bro. and
There's
you.
no way that I feel I can be defeated with this unicorn.
Now.
So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that means as you stand there, stalwart and ready for this attack, hefting the emerald high upon you, like in your hand, your shield standing out, you ready yourself for this. Brings it to Rain. Rain, what would you like to do?
I would probably just kind of... Wait, how far away is the Wraith from me now?
The Wraith from you now is about 60 feet, about 50 feet, because you were 10 feet from the wall.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like up by the ceiling, I think.
Yeah. I'd probably come out of hiding for a second.
Oh yeah, you hid behind. No, it's actually like more like 30 feet.
Okay,
Or 40
cool.
feet from you.
Alright,
I forgot. You hit around the front of the thing to hide from it.
that's fine. That'll still be disadvantage for my hand crossbow, but I'd still come out of hiding and attempt to shoot it.
Sure.
It's ballsy. Closest target to it, you're like, fuck this guy.
Oh, I know it's not going to pay attention to me. I don't have the gem.
I just called it out.
Yeah.
The playground behind the school.
That would be a crit fail.
Jeez. And the crits keep rolling.
Yep.
Hey, so you know what to do.
Percentile, alright.
Yes, please.
Let's do it.
Hello, hello.
Let's go.
Yep. Keep going. Keep going, dwarf.
Let's
Off
go
the
low.
crit fail we go.
Ha, 28.
Did you call it?
I called low.
Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of you possibly attacking one of your comrades, as usually is the way, what happens, you quickly raise your arrow, and in a moment of panic, seeing this creature that almost killed you and has definitely taken you down, your finger slips, and as your hand goes down, you see the bolt kind of catch and knock the string from the actual crossbow.
Cool.
It is out of commission until you get this fixed.
So I have to spend my action next turn to restring it if I wanted.
Crossbow is not... yes. It would take a full action to restring this crossbow.
Okay, so in that case, I will stay where I am, use cunning action to hide behind the slab again, and just keep hiding for a while.
Okay, so then you'll move effectively 10 more feet behind the other side, back to the back wall.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And then use cunning action to hide, so roll stealth, please.
Yeah. That would be a 21.
You believe your head really well. There are no whites. This brings it to Grimtuck.
How high up did we say this thing was again?
30 feet in the air.
He's on the...
He's literally... Oh, I would say he's probably 25 feet. He's kind of tall.
Okay, because I thought
So
he
he's
was at
kinda-
Rain's height, and I thought Rain was less smaller than that. But that's okay, I still can't jump 20 feet. Regardless.
He just flew across to the ceiling.
Oh, okay, so I can't jump that high.
He knew that there was a very pretty horse out there waiting to gun him down.
Yeah.
He knows better. He's not dumb.
No. Okay, then. Well, kind of limits old Grimtuck's actions here, but in the sake of just keeping things moving, I do have some javelins.
I was about to say,
I got
you
that.
had some javelins.
I got some javelins. They're just not as fun as the axe. So yeah, I will throw javelins at it, because why the hell not? Okay, so the first one, it hits to 10, which misses, I'm sure. The second one hits to 19.
10 does miss, 19 does not.
Okay. 7 damage. Oh wait, 7, I'm still raged. 7, 8, 9 damage.
9 damage.
Rage damage only applies to melee.
Oh, let's bring that back in. 7. Dude, the javelins, nobody cares. I don't. This is still just like fine.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I get the most of my rage out of that. Just looks at his axe.
And that's all you're doing?
Chucking a couple javelins, and I will move to where I am underneath it
Okay.
because I want to get his attention.
Okay.
Everybody wants this race attention.
I think we just like intimidating it because it was mean to us.
Yeah, well.
Thing stabbed the shit out of me.
It did.
Well,
Yeah.
I tried to make it do it to me.
So, first and foremost, The unicorn, sadly, at the moment is good as a blocker, but not much of an attacker. What it does do is it moves to you and touches you, Grimtuck, with its horn.
Oh, wow.
And you feel a warmth go over you. And you heal 13 points of damage.
Nice. That's all of them thanks to necrotic lowering of my hit points.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, unicorn buddy.
As the shield on both the unicorn and Metolius fades, it once again stands. Now Metolius past the door. Correct?
I didn't move past the door.
Okay.
I turned around and actually walked back toward the Wraith a couple steps.
Okay. And so the unicorn stands to your side, hanging with you, ready for this whole shindig to go down.
So it ran up just to heal me, then ran back? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Unicorn bro's the coolest.
Right?
Unicorn bro can hang out anytime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, it is going to end its turn, leading to Eldwin.
So Eldwin, I'm standing over kind of near Metolius at this point, yeah?
Yeah.
So
It's pretty much the two elves and the unicorn. It's a classic fantasy painting, guys.
yeah.
It's super gay, but in a metal world.
In like the most...
It's
There's
the
like
best kind of gay.
long hair flowing in the necrotic breeze.
Oh, yeah.
So Eldwin is going to take a couple of side steps and turn back to Metolius and say, "Beware the hubris, friend," as he loads up another crackling energy spark and throws another firebolt at this thing. I'm going to move, say, 15 feet away from Metolius, in case Metolius attracts the ire of this thing. I don't want to be standing next to it.
It was my intention. Party.
Cool.
This ain't my first Wraith rodeo.
Non-natural.
With unicorns involved.
No, it was my first one with unicorns involved.
That definitely hits it.
That was a non-natural 20.
That one hits.
By the way. And that is 2d10.
Nice.
That's going to be 11 points of fire damage.
Okay.
We have sound effects, but...
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, but a bolt of fire flies from your hand and hits through the Wraith. You see that same fire as before dissipate, but burn the smoke-infested creature.
I like how you get narrative, but mine's just like, yeah, you threw a fucking javelin at him.
It's
Fire's
definitely-
cooler to describe.
Yeah,
What
it
can
is
I
very
say?
much cooler, believe me. I understand. I understand what I was working with when I threw the javelin.
Yeah.
You
Throw your sharp stick. I'm making fire out of nothing.
Magic,
The Wraith runs screaming towards you, Metolius.
Okay.
I believe it's your action.
Does it get? It comes within 10 feet.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay,
It is. Yes, it does. You see it.
You must make a Dex or Strength saving throw against my DC as your choice.
Okay. It's gonna make a dex saving throw.
Okay. DC 15.
It hit right on a 15.
No.
Ah.
It is not gotten by my spectral vines.
The vines grow, forming this entangling mass as it dodges deftly, still hefting that spectral blade towards you and readying a slash.
And runs into a unicorn horn.
It's getting there.
Okay. Come strike me down, Wraith. And I'll become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
The Wraith swings at you for 18.
That hits.
Okay.
No! Oh wait, the shimmering shield failed.
Yeah, faded.
Faded?
It did.
Okay, so yes, it does hit.
Okay.
And alas, my luck has run out.
Beware the hubris, friend.
Elwyn's words echo in my ear. As the Wraith evades the spectral vines.
Elwyn's just like, I specifically warned you about this.
Dude,
18
saying.
Damage?
points of damage.
Jeez. How
Okay.
much?
18.
18. Alright.
Dude, that thing smashed the shit out of you.
Okay. 18. Alright. I'm at 21. Do I gotta make a save?
You do. Constitution saving throw, please.
Alright. Okay. Can do this.
All right.
Natural 20.
Boom!
Nice.
Constitution as fuck.
You break its sword on your head.
On my chest. It makes contact with my holy symbol, and
The unicorn actually, instead
I'm
of
still really hurt.
you're still the unicorn uses a legendary action at the end of the Wraith's turn. As it has become close enough, it rears up, and you hear it say, "Keep it close. I shall try to banish it." But it kicks out with its hooves at the creature. Ooh, natural 19. Plus 7. That's a 6. That's 26 to hit.
That's a holy hoof to the face.
Oh,
Huzzah.
yeah.
It is.
Better than a holy hand grenade.
And it deals 9 points of damage, magical damage, to this creature. And you see its hoof, enwrapped in a slight glow, make contact with this incorporeal creature. And you see the shadow shimmer. Okay, that makes it Loud Scout's turn. Loud Scout, your turn.
Okay, so this thing's right. It's in melee with Metolius and the unicorn.
Yes, effectively, and Elduin, who is just a little bit back from them. It's not 5
It's
feet
like
from you,
15.
it's like-
He's 15 feet
Yeah.
away from me.
but it is in
So-
melee with the two.
Yeah. Unicorn and Metolius.
That is a tough one. Yeah, Loud Scout's not really sure what else to do without harming the people around the Wraith, so he's going to cast Create Bonfire on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Classic.
So, deck save.
Yep.
Classic Loud Scout.
That's a 5.
Alright. It's 2d8.
Yep. 2d8.
Seven damage.
Boom. And the Wraith gives that ghostly, dusty scream as flames lick at its spectral robes.
Whoops. Metolius has to make another Constitution save to keep the spell going.
Okay.
Forgot about that. Natural 1, if not.
Okay.
Fades.
What spell?
I have Wrathful Smite. It's what was making them afraid of me.
Gotcha.
What it does do is the unicorn uses its last legendary actions for this round at the end of your turn, Loud Scout, and once again, a glow and shimmer enwrapped both of you, giving you +2 to AC until its next turn.
Got it.
Bring it to the top of the round, Metolius. You stand now in front of your foe.
Yeah, I'm like totally tapped out. I will just draw my sword and swing on it twice, even though I can't really affect it very much. We're still gonna go for it.
Yeah, now's not the time to. Don't whistle out in front of your unicorn.
14.
14 hits.
Ooh. Max damage, so 14 damage.
Okay.
Oh, it's not magical.
Okay.
And I don't think the second one will hit. It will be a 12.
12 does not hit.
Okay. I make 2 slashes at it because I just got really injured more than I thought I was going to. And I hold my ground.
The first one connects, the second one flies wide as you're taken to your injuries.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. That brings it to Rain.
Well, I guess I don't have much of a choice but to spend this turn staying hidden. Can I stay hidden and restring my crossbow?
Yeah.
Cool. So in that case, can I use my bonus action to drink a healing potion?
Sure.
Okay. Yes.
On yourself, yes.
Deal. Cool. So 2d4 plus 2. and that will be 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Which is exactly how much? Oh no, never mind. I only needed 5 to get to my max HP of 13 right now.
Hey, you hit
But
max.
I am at my max now.
Oof.
At the
13.
At the end of your turn, the unicorn's going to use its first legendary action for this round and hoof out at that wraith, missing it.
How do legendary actions work? It can use them at any point in the
It
round?
resets at the top of the round, and it has 3 to use at the end of other creatures' turns.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it can only do it at the end. It can't do it on its turn, and it resets how many legendary actions it gets at the top of the round.
That's really badass.
And luckily, this guy's on your side.
Yeah, right?
Hey.
Yeah.
But the hoof does not connect. The wraith dodges deftly out of the way, staring death eyes upon the emerald held aloft. It is Grimtuck's turn.
We all know where this is going. Full movement.
Okay. Right behind it.
Yup. Smash the hell out of it.
Do it.
You have advantage.
Fuck yeah, you do. Flanking.
Natural 20, and then the second one doesn't hit at all. But I critted on that bitch.
Well, you have advantage, so you can roll again on the second one.
Oh, tight. And then the second one hits to 21.
Okay.
So let's do the natural 20 first.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 d12 plus 8.
So you have brutal critical?
I am an orc.
Oh,
half-orc,
right, the
So I
orc
get the
stuff.
extra plus I
Oh
double.
man, at level 9 you'll get brutal critical, which means just more dice.
Just so many more dice.
Yeah,
all
more
the
dice.
D12s.
Oh, man.
fuck.
Oh,
Okay, so that's
gross.
10, 21, 29 plus let me see, 29, and then that goes to 34, and then 35, 36 damage with the first one with a
Guys.
silvered great axe.
The DM just removed his glasses.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Oh, damn, that's
how would you like to do this?
Oh!
If at all possible, is there anybody in between me and the Wraith, or is it just a clean shot straight to
No,
the Wraith?
it's you, the wraith, then Metolius and the unicorn.
Okay, so I am just gonna do the Grimtuck run, jump full in the air, like knees tucked up underneath, or sorry, feet tucked up underneath my ass.
So like Tony
Full-
Jaa,
yeah,
like
just straight
on box
vertical
style.
chop straight down, right to the middle between the air, him, the ground.
So you hear, and you just hear a loud crash as this this now shining silver axe, as it catches a bit of the torchlight in the other room, slashes through this black form, and it screams this horrible screech as its form erupts. And as it begins to dissipate, you hear just a few more words in Elven. Warriors we are. Echoes throughout the room. Following it is this soft sound as the leaves rustling in the wind as the wraith is slain. At that very moment, torches, now once black and lifeless, spring to life all throughout this room, and a warm glow emanates. You now see upon the wall, shining in this almost opalescent glint, as though carved and inlaid, words just across the back wall, the one that rain ran up, ones that you could not see in the dark. If you all look upon it now, in these few moments of now light, you see these words: warriors we are, blessed by Malaki's great light, sworn to protect all against the terrors of night. Here in this twilight hour, we make our stand to keep the frigid darkness from spreading across the land. The room goes silent, and you all stand there with a unicorn.
Also, I just totally had an MR
Boom,
experience
boom.
right then. Science, y'all. Science paladin, I believe.
Are those words written in common?
No, they're written in Elven, so only 3 of you could actually understand them.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
The 2 elves and the tiefling.
Grimtuck would immediately be like, "What did that just say?"
It's so pretty.
No.
Yeah, Loud Scout would kind of look at it, and
And
just
again,
be like,
that
looking
it
around
wasn't
the
like
room.
a voice.
No,
saying-
but like everybody, the lights would come on. Everybody would turn around expecting something else to happen because it was a big harrowing fight, and see big glowing letters that just appeared and then dissipated entirely.
Go for it.
Metolius will translate.
Okay. As Metolius finishes his statement, the unicorn chimes in once again using telepathy so that all of you can hear. And it stands there, kind of taking a few hoofed steps right to the center of you to get all of your attention, and goes, "Warriors, you have disturbed this sacred space, but you were not the first. I sense a dark shadow upon you. What brings you here?"
We came in search of this, as Metolius holds out the gem, which may or may not be glowing now. I'm not sure.
We are told it's necessary to fight off the evil of this land.
He stops and goes, "That stone you hold has great power in it, both of creation and destruction. Who sent you?"
Cassandra Erwine.
This name only tells dark tales to me. The Etterwines. They are not the protectors of this land. I have not much time, as I feel the power that brought me here is waning, but know this. If you wish for the truth of this island, find me. I exist on an island west of here, the island of Sintar. Go to Moorbeach, a port town. Find a sign. You will know it when you see it.
So, do we have? Did he just dissipate, or do we have?
Nah, he's still there for a bit.
Yeah. What do you know of the Titan?
The Titan, the
Etterwines have some reverence for a giant creature. I saw paintings of it mentioned in their castle. I feel that these gems and this Titan, I fear that they have some connection.
If you want to learn more of this Titan and more of this faction you sit in now, travel up to the mountain that rises from the swamp to the west. There, the guardians of this world have left their story. Find me. I will be waiting. And at that moment, he dissipates. As quickly as he appeared, he is gone, and you now stand in a quiet crypt. What are you doing?
Elduin is going to stow his bow and walk over to Metolius and say, "Let me see that stone."
Metolius hands over the stone and starts to bind his wounds and
Elduin
heal himself.
takes it over to the center of the room and puts it on a stone.
Okay.
And is going to sit down, grab his.
Are you putting it upon one of the slabs?
Sure. Yeah, it's just going to sit on a stab, so it's like I'm inspecting it, like about to study it. And he's going to pull out his spell book and begin the incantation for identify.
Totally. So, as you see Elduin stand there, it takes about 10 minutes as you cast this.
That'll give us enough time to inspect the chests.
It will, as there are 5 of those. Now,
Also, there's that ruby.
Ruby.
you all sit there as the 4 corpses of the whites has risen. The corpse of what the Wraith had sprung from still sits there, lying upon the middle slab.
Ooh, definitely gonna go check that out.
I will also go check that.
Sure.
Fist bump, Metolius.
Reciprocate.
It's our post-battle fist bump.
Yeah. I see you guys just walking, and you don't even look over. You just like your left hand Grimtuck and Metolius' right hand just hit. Just like it's just that badass walking away from the explosion kind of fist bump.
Cool guys don't look when they fist bump.
Fuck no!
Right.
Of course they don't.
Then they miss and punch each other in the face.
That's still
That comes
that's still
later.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's still fine.
That's when you're drunk.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. That.
That's when
I
you're
agree.
trying to fist bump and you can't. No, what you see
Someone ends up lying on the floor.
What you see lying upon this slab is a very desiccated corpse, skeletal in nature. Upon its head, a few pieces of hair, strands, still hang. Effectively, a crown similar to one the Wraith held sits upon his head, tarnished, old, veritably rusted to nothing. The garb that the Wraith wore seems to be still upon him, tattered and broken, with that same pin set upon his chest, holding the robe together. In his left hand sits a old worn sword, similar to the one you saw him create out of shadow. But at the hilt, or at the pommel, at the very back of the sword where you saw that kind of gaseous green glow, there is just an empty socket. A stone seemingly ripped from this. Angular points inside as though something carved and cut would fit very well.
Is it about the same size as the gem I'm identifying?
The gem you're identifying is rectangular in nature.
Okay.
And much bigger than the pommel of this sword.
Okay.
This seems to be more almost in that diamond shape, as though it made a very flat but very pronounced back to the sword. But it is empty.
Alright, well, let's pick up that sword.
While they are doing this, you said there's chests, right?
There are 5 chests.
Okay. While they're doing this, Rain wants to hit as many chests as she can before other people start looking through them.
Oh, Loud Scout was going to move over to him too, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Effectively, before... Okay. So,
Fucking snake!
let us keep going back.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Roll it back. So, Elduin starts walking over to put the stone on the slab to identify. The 2 bros fist bump and start walking forward. You see Rain. I would like you to make a flat dexterity check to see how fast you can get between at least how many of these you can get to.
All right.
Like we would see you scurrying like a rat.
That is
right there.
they're doing it like right in front of
It is
you.
Yeah, I'm not
lit.
trying to hide it.
That's fine.
And that'll be a 17.
Okay. I will say you can make it from you're in front of the middle slab, so there is one in front of there, or you can try to make it to some of the smaller chests on either side.
So pretty much the one that's in front of me, or...
Or you can make it to 2 chests.
Okay. Well, I'll do the one in front of me.
Okay.
If there's one, like, right there.
The biggest one is right in front of you.
Yes, please.
You find a large lock upon it.
When Loud Scout sees her move towards the chest, he wants to try and run over and get in between her and the chest.
Okay. I would like you to make either an acrobatics check to dive in front of her, unless you have some way of bamfing yourself there.
I'm actually completely out of spell slots, so...
Sucks.
Hence
So-
the cantrips at the end.
Yours was 17. Let's see if you can do
so-
better.
Acrobatics is what I'm rolling?
You're making it... Make it just a flat dexterity check.
Flat dex.
You're running ahead of her.
That's an 18.
Boom! You kind of rush around the side to try to get to this the biggest chest,
Uh-huh.
as we have continually backed up and retconned. So, as you rush towards the largest chest, the small Swiftneblin dashes in front of you and stands in your way.
Loud Scout like gets in front of you and kind of puts his hands up and says, "Wait!" And he wants to like roll an Arcana check or like look and see if there's any traps on the chest.
Oh, he's doing it because he likes you.
It's
You're
true.
doing it because you want to steal things.
Yeah.
Cute. Go for
I'll
it.
let him do that. That's fine.
So I guess I'll go with Arcana first.
Yep, which would in turn be the
You
moment.
are playing with fire.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. He didn't roll an insight check.
No, I mean,
You and your
versus all of our
13 hit
perception
points.
of being like, what the fuck?
That's a 7.
None of them seem specifically magical in nature.
Okay. I guess after that, I would want to inspect it for traps.
Okay.
So investigation,
Perception.
perception.
Yeah.
9.
It seems untrapped to you.
I guess at that point, I kind of like
Do you tell Rain that?
I turn around and I kind of shrug and let her do her thing.
All right.
And then I walk down to the end to where one of the smaller chests are.
Leave her unattended with the treasure.
He is
We're all right there.
He is blissfully unaware. No. By this
I'll
point,
see it.
the bros have gotten to you, and Eldwin has put the gem down because he stopped you.
Okay, fair. I'm still gonna try to unlock this giant chest.
That's fine.
so.
I'm watching.
Let's see, and I have
I'm not.
proficiency with thieves' tools.
Yep. So,
So to be my dex and my proficiency.
yep.
Okay.
I also have a maul.
It's one way of opening
Just
a chest.
letting you know.
So, no, I meant for the lock, but yeah,
Sure
it
you
works
did.
just fine for you.
He's gonna open
So that'll be a 22 to open the lock.
you. You see Rain's hands dart forward as though she ran ahead of you all, eagerly ready to open this chest for you.
Yes, for you.
Roll a performance check if you wish.
A
Roll.
performance check?
Sure.
I should have let you die on that floor.
Let's see if you actually think that.
I will feed you what's left of your teeth.
17 performance.
Anyone want?
Wait, performance?
She is
So you want
making
me to
it
roll?
seem like she is doing this for all of you.
So perception?
I am.
Insight.
Alduin is not paying attention.
That's fine.
I'll inside this. Ooh, not good. 7.
10.
Yeah.
Both of you saw Loud Scout stop her, check the traps, and Rain seems to nod and go, "Let me open it for you." Not in words, but in actions.
All right.
Thanks, Rain.
And
See what's going on in there.
Ham it up.
Still watching.
Everybody's so helpful.
you
in
hear
there.
a quick
Still
click
watching.
as she deftly unlocks the giant padlock upon the middle chest.
I open it. What's in there?
A lot of stuff, actually. So, upon what seems to be a black velvet pillow, there is a silver necklace with a turquoise gemstone set into the pendant.
Does it look like it would match the sword?
It does not.
Okay.
Are you going to keep asking?
For every
Does
gem
this
that I
one
find-
look like it?
Because I have this sword in my hand and just carrying it around and just be like, just find out what fits and what doesn't.
So you did take the sword.
Alright,
Okay,
yeah.
write down rusty longsword.
Yeah, I did. Old sword with gem slot, but no gem.
So
specifically
turquoise necklace.
Turquoise necklace. Silver necklace with turquoise gem. You find some very finely honed crossbow bolts.
Oh, cool.
None of them seems to be, especially the wood, seems to be worn with time.
Ooh. Ah.
Hand that turquoise thing to the guy, to Elduin over here. He can figure it out. It probably does something cool. Or else why would they put it in the trunk?
Obviously. You also find a small vial that houses. It is. There it is. Potion is an orange liquid that flickers and smoke fills the top of the container.
Okay.
You can also have Elduin identify that too, if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll leave them to that. So there's no money in there.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
There's also...
You mean health potion funds?
Yeah.
Yes.
Team health potion funds, because none of us have got food yet.
No, there's also a small packet of powder fine sand in what seems to be just a very finely folded paper.
Okay.
And then, of course, the kind of the velvet that they were sitting upon seems to be less of a pillow as you put your hands upon it, and more like a sheet of some kind. You like, as you dig your hands into the treasure, you notice that there seem to be no padding.
Okay.
So it seems like it's not specifically part of.
Oh, so like if I take out the
Yeah.
sheet, yeah.
Probably a cloak.
So you pull out the sheet, and it is a cloak.
Boom.
What's interesting,
Ooh.
it's black and fine on the outside. Inside, there are, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There are about 21 patches.
21 patches.
Oh shit!
Okay.
That's neat.
Right sewn into the inner lining of this cloak.
All right.
And that is all that's in this chest.
How many chests are there?
There are 4 others you are going to.
Damn.
Metolius turns to everyone and says, why don't we just open them all, and then our friend Eldwin here can tell us what we found, and then we can figure out how we are going to divide up these treasures.
Just make an identify pile.
Agreed.
Basically.
Can we
Agreed.
get to a comfy location?
Loud Scout had
before,
already made his way to one of the smaller chests
Okay.
that looked like they're more his size.
How about I say the other 4 chests are opened and everything is brought together?
Sounds
Sure.
Sweet. In all of the 4 smaller chests, as you pile this upon one of the empty slabs, you find 80 copper. You find
Somebody write this down.
I got it.
I would recommend it.
80
You
copper.
find.
She wants the money. She should be the banker then.
There you go.
Well, I don't know about that. That kind of means she shouldn't be.
Wow.
80 copper. 1,400 silver.
1,400 silver.
525 gold. 20 platinum. A carved ivory statuette of what seems to be a small deer. A box of fine silver kind of etching. Inside there seems to be turquoise animal figurines. A bear, a wolf, a badger.
All sorts of cool stuff.
A badger. A gold ring set with what seems to be, in your roguish endeavors, you can tell what a gem looks like and what it is. It seems to be a bloodstone.
Okay.
And finally, in the final chest, one person finds a small golden bird cage set with an electrum filigree.
All right.
And that is everything.
That is a haul of really cool stuff.
So
Yeah,
you pile
that's-
everything
Yeah,
into the
that's-
center?
Yeah, we identify everything.
So it will take
A
about
while.
Well, we're
So-
gonna rest. So,
in the crypt.
dude, it's
Well,
well
we'll take a
lit.
short rest.
Sure.
While we do the identification, and then
Okay.
we'll leave.
I don't see why we can't hang out in the crypt. We cleanse the crypt.
My
It does seem to be a lot less scary.
my max hit points don't reset until I get a long rest, right?
Right.
Okay.
So
Oddly enough, your health isn't a huge priority for us right now.
That's fair.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Eldwin has identified
Yeah, give it to me.
everything, starting with, I'm guessing, the emerald.
Oh, I didn't know I was doing everything. Okay, sure. Yeah.
You're the only one with the spell.
Totally.
And it's a ritual.
It's just 10 minutes per item.
Yes.
Is it 10 minutes per item?
Yeah.
Because
we're
I'm
taking-
ritually casting.
Well, we're
it.
taking a short rest
I
anyway, so
thought
that's
you
4
it
hours.
was 10 minutes and then
Yeah, short rest is 30 minutes.
Oh,
Let me double check that it doesn't last for X amount of
Let
time.
me. I've got
Well, in
it
the
here.
rule book, it's
I've
supposed to
got
be
it
an
right
hour,
here.
but we do 30 minutes.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
choose one object if it's magical, you learn its properties. It's one object.
Oh,
per
okay. Then let's
cast.
leave and then go make camp and then identify this.
Okay.
Stuff.
Yes,
I
agreed.
think
That would make more
That's
sense.
what
We'd end up
Metolius-
spending like 2 hours
Yeah,
just sitting
that's
around.
in the
Yeah.
crypts. Yeah.
I mean, it's a well-lit crypt.
So, again, the torches stay on the next 2 rooms. The air of this crypt is much more holy and reverent now. The blackness and darkness of the soul that was the Wraith no longer haunts this place.
We cleansed it.
You did.
Oh, that's what paladins do.
You, Mr. Paladin, cleansed this holy place.
Man.
Do you feel fulfilled, Metolius?
I
Metolius, do you
do.
just have
In
unicorns
the
show up and
name-
save you all the time? That's really cool.
In the name of your god, you cleansed this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely got God brownie points.
All right. Well, I mean, we can hang out here for a while.
Yeah.
Metolius will like clean up and do some meditating maybe.
Not a problem. Okay, so
Stack
you
the corpses at the very least.
Burn them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just what? No. Like, we're creating bonfire and then getting the fuck out. Is what I'm thinking you guys are doing. Anyways, you decide to take the items and leave and find a place within the woods to knowing
Is it
that
possible to seal the crypt as we leave again?
you could seal the door, the door to the main crypt room, turning the knob, creating a seamless door again. You would just have to jump over the chasm to undo the portcullis, the second portcullis.
Oh no, I'm not about that life.
But you can absolutely
What a stupid time to die.
Yeah.
you could absolutely
Right?
do the first one without issue. So you can
Yeah.
seal one portcullis and the final door,
Okay. Just kind of return it to the way
basically.
it was.
Minus the last
Could I
portcullis,
use
because like fuck that.
my maul to smash the daises that have the chains on it so you can't raise the portcullis again, or is it just they too well built?
You could try, absolutely.
I mean, we're trying to seal this.
Are
thing.
you? My question is, would either of the elves allow you to destroy this holy place in that way?
Yeah, I don't think I would be into that.
I thought we were trying to seal it. Okay.
Well,
I guess I misunderstood.
I just want it to be closed. I don't want to disturb it. I just want it to be closed.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I
What
guess
if-
I can't
wait.
smash all my problems.
I did identify the emerald while we were in the crypt. So
Yeah.
what do I learn about that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
not
do
a
you
problem.
tell us,
So
Dungeon
as they
Master?
were grabbing the other bits and pieces and piling them in the center and packing them away, you find the name of this emerald is the Father's Left Eye.
Okay.
It is primordial in nature. What you now see, knowing what you're looking for and identifying this entirely, this seems to hold the essence of the element air. As though a piece of the plane of air is centered and captured within this.
All right. I feel like when we get the gems together, we're going to summon Captain Planet.
Too. It's all about that heart,
Well,
though.
he is
Yeah.
not going to be
Oh,
pleased at Loud Scout's littering.
The end boss revealed.
I
Okay.
am Captain Planet.
Yep.
He's also a
Um,
witch.
Also really glad people got that reference. Okay. I'm going to share that information with the party.
Okay. So, you make your way out of this crypt, leaving behind a few closed doors and these hallowed halls empty of undeath. You make your way back through the forest, finding the broken bodies of the 2 guardians that were there once before, but that had attacked you. You find that the forest itself is once again lively, as it seems that now that the Wraith is gone, that even the remnants of undeath that had strewn and wandered into the forest
I'm going to...
also had
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut it off. Go ahead.
finally found rest once again.
Upon exiting the crypt, I'm going to have everybody hold and say, okay, wait. I know that we came here by ourselves, but other people knew where this place was and knew we were coming here to clear it out. I think it may be wise before we go to camp to have an advanced scout, because everything that the unicorn said concerned me about Lady Etterwine, and if I was her, I would have had us followed. And if I was her, I would wait until the warriors emerge, beaten and battered, kill them when they're weak, and take the gem.
Yes, this is true, but we were...
I'll do. And Loud Scout like turns around to get ready to like start to walk off and scout ahead.
No! Hold on.
Wait. Let's discuss this. How many gems did the lady request us
2.
find? Was it only 2?
I believe it was both of the eyes. Am I wrong?
I do not recall.
She mentioned only 2 gems.
Did she not mention that we had another errand to complete for her after?
That is true.
In which case, it would be surprising if it is true that she is devious in nature. Would not she wait until the end of our tasks before offing us?
Tough to say. I mean, who knows what would transpire in there. It's possible that she knew that was a holy place. It's possible that she knew once cleansed that we would know to at least be wary.
She cannot have foreseen a unicorn, though.
No. I just saying, from someone who's led war parties and killed a lot of people, that's what I would do.
Absolutely. And to be clear, I do not trust her, and the unicorn's revelations were disturbing.
All I think
And
is
profound.
And profound.
I trust the unicorn, for one. For 2, all I'm saying is somebody needs to scout ahead to make sure that we don't see Enoch with 20 soldiers waiting to escort us back to Lady Etterwine.
Agreed. We should be very careful.
I'll do. Loud Scout again gets ready to head off.
I think I assume that Loud Scout is adept at scouting because I've never let him do it before. So.
That's true.
No, the one time he did wake up the trash monster. So that was
I wasn't trying to scout though.
That's
No,
true.
he tripped.
Well, we could send Teak. He has very good vision and can fly, which I don't believe the rest of you can.
fair enough.
I agree. We should do that.
Well, Teak is going to take off and scout the camp.
Loud Scout's gonna pull out his flask and sit down.
Okay. So,
Well, I would have stopped us like right at the exit, so we wouldn't be at camp yet. Just the exit to the.
I know, but since he's not able to go out and scout, he's just like gonna plop on the ground and wait for for us to be able to leave.
so,
I wasn't gonna stop him, but you know.
well, are you? Well, you're gonna roll a perception check for Teak. See what he sees.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
That's not going. I think he has advantage actually, but 1 second.
No worries.
I have it written down somewhere.
While you're looking at that, DM, would it be appropriate to surmise that the ruby that we previously gathered for Cassandra might be the elemental plane of fire?
You could assume that now that you've gained the knowledge of the elemental plane of air.
Loading screen.
Loading screen. This is where it teaches us game hacks.
So that is. So he has so he has advantage on sight and hearing. So, non-natural 20.
Okay. Teak flies as far as he can make it within the allotted time you give him. And you give him enough information to go as far as possible and come back. He sees no waiting band of attackers. He sees, because of the previous attacks of undead, the roads are pretty quiet right now. The populace hasn't really returned to traveling upon them. It's also only been about a day, and only a few hours since you...
Yeah, rumor hasn't got out.
No.
No.
So T comes back to you, informs you do not see much.
Well, it appears that there is no ambush waiting for us. Teak has very good sight, so
Excellent.
I trust this.
I trusted.
Let us go make camp and rest.
Agreed.
I am
Yes,
weary,
please.
and I would like to know what our hall has afforded us.
Mm-hmm. So, you do. How far do you go out? Do you go deeper into the forest? Do you go closer to where you met
Deeper
Marabi?
into the forest, definitely.
Okay.
I think we need to...
More towards Guest Kiln?
No. Like, if there's a basically...
So say you're on that map.
Yeah.
The crypt is up here, where you met Marabi is down below. Guest Kiln is far off to the east.
Mm-hmm.
You are probably going more towards the west then? Is that what you're saying?
I say we go west, following parallel along the road, but in the forest.
Okay. And how far do you go before you make camp?
How many hours until dark?
By now?
Yeah.
Give or take, probably about...
Did we enter this place in the morning?
It was a couple hours. It was probably an hour by Marabi's cart, give or take, and then about that going into the actual...
A couple hours, probably.
2 or 3 hours going into
at
the
least
forest.
a solid hour into the woods.
So you are... You're probably about hitting around mid-afternoon by the time this is all said and done.
Let's just go until dusk.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Just
fair.
Being careful and quiet.
Also, you definitely took some time with those puzzles, too, trying to figure out how to open the portcullises, where there was moments of like...
And we did take a breather to...
Yeah.
We did take a rest, so...
Yeah.
Which was about half an hour to an hour.
Okay.
So, it's mid-afternoon. You have a couple more hours before the sun starts to set, and you take that to go deeper into the forest and away, following the road by way of, I'm guessing, teak, in general knowledge.
What direction are we headed, party?
West.
We're headed west. What is our destination?
At the moment, I
Not
think we should
gas
make
kiln.
make camp first and decide. We need to...
Reasonable.
we need
Let's
to
press on
sit
then.
and commune with nature and with each other and find out what our next move is. But first, we need to lay down our burdens and rest.
You should also keep an eye out for this mountain that rises out of the swamp.
Agreed.
The unicorn spoke of.
Okay.
I'm very curious about this place.
And how it relates to the Titan.
Indeed.
You take your time, and after a few more hours, at a relatively slowed pace from your damage and your weakness, but you make it a good few miles into the forest, down the coast, and you find a good spot, a mild clearing, still deep within the trees, far off from the road, but enough where you could see any amount of people coming. And you make camp as darkness starts to set in.
Metolius goes to uses his Outlander feature of Wanderer and goes out and finds food and fresh water for him and his party.
Boom.
Love it.
Okay. Roll a survival check. Or is it just flat out?
It just happens.
Word. Then you come back with...
we all have horses.
You do.
Let's not forget, and I have Varys.
You do. You'll have to bring Ferris back into existence at the moment, though.
Oh, actually, I cannot do that today.
No. So you gotta ride it with one of our, maybe, with your bro.
Sure.
You could ride my horse. I prefer to walk. I walk very fast. I'm very tall.
I'm very tall.
I'm very tall.
I am also used to scouting
Yeah.
ahead in forests.
Nice.
I'm used to the terrain.
So, you all make it
Pull the
into
house
your
down on the
campsite.
horse.
You set up a nice fire. Metolius brings back a hardy boar from the forest.
At some point, we don't need to necessarily act it out or anything, but at some point, Grimtuck would cast Speak with Animals and just tell any animals that he sees to tell other animals that this land has been cleansed of its evil and that they may return to their home.
Sure. You actually... That's really cute.
End of a Disney movie.
Right?
It's like Ferngully.
You look for squirrels, as you were wont to do at first, but instead you find a bobcat, and you cast Speak with Animals, and it takes to it at first, and you let him know, and he nods at you and goes, I will inform them as when I am not eating the small ones.
Yeah, bobcats don't hang out with other animals. Thanks, buddy. Much appreciation, noble bobcat. Happy hunting.
He bounds away, his small bob tail bouncing in the wind.
They're so cute.
They're so cute.
I can appreciate a small, tiny apex predator.
Murder floof.
Murder flute, yes. Sorry. So, you are all sitting around the campfire, boar roasting over the fire, root vegetables.
The identification factory is happening.
Okay. So, you all, what you learn is that the crossbow bolts are +1 crossbow bolts.
Ooh.
You learn that that is a potion of fire breath.
Yes.
That is dust of disappearance.
Cool.
Ooh.
And you have about 6 minutes worth of dust to use. Which, especially in some pretty heated combat or anything like that,
Can be real handy.
can be
What
real
does dust of disappearance do?
dust of disappearance? I got you.
I mean, it sounds like it makes something invisible, but
Good one. Nice push.
So on our walk back to camp, Loud Scout probably would have finished the bottle of brandy that he was working on.
Sure.
And then once Metolius returned with food and like started cooking and preparing food for everybody, he'd pull out a gallon of ale and start to pass it around.
Where do you keep these?
Don't ask those questions. So, found in a small...
where does he keep his unicorn? I don't know.
That's a question for the ages. Found in a small packet, this powder resembles a fine sand. This has enough for 6 minutes, which is about a use a minute. When you use an action, you throw the dust into the air, and each creature, object within 10 foot becomes invisible.
Whoa.
Wow.
Within 10 feet?
Within 10
Yeah.
feet? Wow.
2d4 minutes, effectively.
Wow.
So that's the 6 minutes.
That's
The
all of
duration
us.
is the same for all subjects, and the dust is consumed when its magic takes effect.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
Now, granted, like the invisibility spell, if you use it in an attack or cast a spell, you will become visible once again.
Cool.
Not greater invisibility. Just
No.
normal.
Just normal invisibility. The only other magical thing you find in this whole pile. Sadly, none of the art pieces are magic.
Just cool.
Just cool, and each one is worth about 250 gold apiece.
So, like, all the statues,
Yep.
like, all that's all 250?
You said the only other magical item?
Yes.
Oh, you said that was the only one, or there is one more?
There is one more.
Okay.
It is a robe of useful items.
What does that do?
Well, so that
They're
basically they are super.
They're
neat.
super rad.
They
Would
are.
you say they're useful?
I would say they are
Exceedingly.
extremely useful.
Useful.
Oh, you need a ladder, dog? Let me just tear off this ladder patch.
Do you need a door?
Yeah. Oh, let me just put a door off my cloak.
Okay, so
Do you need a horse?
the robe
Yeah,
of useful items is a robe
A reverse Boy Scout.
has cloth patches of various shapes and colors. This one inside of it, not covering it like most of them you'd find. While wearing this robe, you can use an action to detach one of the patches, causing it to become an object or creature it represents. Once the last patch has been removed, the robe becomes an ordinary garment. The robe has 2 of each of the following patches, which are the patches 2 daggers, 2 bullseye lanterns filled and lit, 2 steel mirrors, 2 10-foot poles, 2 hempen rope 50 feet and coiled, and 2 sacks to carry things in. Now,
That's a thief's robe of useful items.
additionally, it also has what seems to be 2 bags of 100 gold.
Whew.
Separate patches, 1 of each. An iron door, up to 10 feet high and 10 feet wide, barred on one side of your choice. A window, 2x4, up to 2 feet deep, placed on the vertical surface you can reach. 4 potions of healing. A pit, a 10 by 10 foot cube. You can place a pit.
That's rad.
You can place this on the ground within 10 feet. Mass healing word spell scroll. A wooden ladder 24 feet long. And a riding horse with saddlebags.
God damn.
Holy
Alright.
crap. Mass healing spell scroll, you say?
Mass healing word. I believe you said.
Yes.
I did.
God damn.
That's I've never heard of the thief variant of a cloak of useful items, but that's really neat.
That's really neat.
I better hold on to that one.
There's only one person I can see that wears robes around here. I just say that a lot. Metolius just says that a lot.
As the identifying pile is...
Oh, and the ruby we found in the first room of the crypt.
And the ruby? Oh, that is a...
Ruby of the War Mage?
Yes.
What of the war mage?
And also
not
I have this
war
rusty old sword.
mage.
It is a rusty old sword. He didn't have to identify that for you.
Do you guys think we should hold on to this?
I mean, you've brought it this far.
I just see it as you dragging it behind you, like kind of lazily, just like...
I'm going to put it in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I was going to say, Elduin opens up the bag of holding and
No.
says, yeah,
Okay.
stick
You
her
can
there.
put
It is an
weapons in
extra-dimensional space.
You can purposely puncture it from the outside, but
Okay, not
if
from
putting
the
something
inside,
into it doesn't do it.
Okay.
Don't break your bags open. Like
Yeah,
kids.
bad idea.
While we're sitting around the fire, I divvy up the money evenly.
Hey.
If you guys want it.
Sure.
Yeah,
What's
absolutely.
Yeah, we want it.
Everybody gets 16 copper, 280 silver, 105 gold, and 4 platinum.
Nice.
Also, just to note it, the Ruby of the War Mage is a 1-inch ruby that allows you to use a simple or martial weapon as a spellcasting focus.
Aren't we giving that one to Metolius?
I would like it.
You just have to press it against your weapon for 10 minutes.
Do I attune to it?
I don't believe so. I believe
Does the robe of thieving utility
thieving
require attunement?
I just have to double check. Requires attunement by a spellcaster. Yes.
Cool.
Your ruby does.
Okay. That requires attunement. Got
It
it.
does. And then the robe of useful items. Nope, does not. Anyone can wear it. Anyone can use it. Someone can reach in and just grab a patch and pull it.
Got it.
Also, all the mundane items, there's 5 of them, if everybody just wants to take their favorite.
Or just let's put them in the bag of holding and then we'll sell them for party loot later.
Yes, I think
Okay.
that
Sounds good.
we should try to sell those.
I have the bag of holding currently.
Yes.
And
Let's
unless
do
somebody
that.
else would like to hold it,
Oh,
I will put these items in.
Does anybody mind if I hold on to this fire breathing thing? Because that seems like something I could really get used to.
I'm not against it.
Everybody.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Tolius will take this gem. That's alright with
I'll
everyone?
take the
Fine with
crossbow
me.
bolts, if you guys don't mind.
Take the cloak too. I mean, and if anybody else wants it, I'm not going to be able to use ladders. And
I mean,
I'm not
Loud
very-
Scout would fancy it.
Okay, well,
If it would fit him.
Are you giving it? Is everyone giving it to Loud Scout?
It seems like everyone got something. I think Loud Scout
Yeah.
should get something
Yeah,
too.
I mean, I got the bolts. I'm not gonna say no.
Loud Scout, as you throw it over your shoulders and place it on, replacing your original robe, you feel it.
I think at first he would just try and put it on over his...
Okay. Well, what you feel is it sets almost kind of billowing heavy over you, and just a moment later, the weight seems to disappear as you look at it again, and it fits just to your ankles.
Cool.
So trying to
He kind of like
adjust.
looks down at it like, what?
It still covers you completely, and all of the patches are just the same, but it fits you perfectly.
Make sure he
did Elvin
pulls the
get a
neck
thing?
up nice and good.
I was gonna say, who's taking the disappearing?
That's I don't know. Elwin.
Elvin didn't get anything. Did
Oh,
You
he?
didn't get
yes.
anything?
I
Did
did
you
not.
want to take the sand?
Sure.
You already have a normal bag of sand. You might as well get magic.
Now you
do.
have magic sand.
That's true.
You just like
That's
mix
true.
it in there with the
I
normal
love
sand.
that.
What's the
Love
quantity?
that.
I have 5 of them?
You have
6.
it's
Six-
one use
for
6 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait,
One
That's
use.
how long the invisibility lasts.
Yeah.
So you can just be like, All right, everyone, gather round. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle.
Woo!
You are
6 uses
invisible
for
for
1
6
minute?
minutes.
No.
Damn it.
It's
and
as soon as you use it, it dissipates.
How many +1 crossbow bolts do I have? 7?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that everything?
I think so.
Because as you all finish your handing out of all of the other items and dispersing all the wealth, I will disperse a level upon you all. And you will catch us next time
on the Swordcast Adventures.
Skilly womp, skilly womp.
Fist bumps.
Hey guys, Chris here. On Saturday we got to go to Wizard World Portland and walk around the floor, talk to people about our podcast, let people know what we do. And it was a blast, and we had such a great time handing out flyers, handed out some dice, and hopefully some of you new listeners right now are hearing this and know that I'm talking about you, and I'm glad you're joining us. So as per usual, you can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, Libsyn, and Podbean. These are all places we'd love to hear your thoughts about the podcast with ratings, reviews, and even shares. I love to see how much you guys enjoy downloading it and also the recognition on socials, but we personally don't pay to advertise, so any like or rating in general, that helps a ton, keeping us in front of people's eyes and showing other people what you all enjoy listening to. You can find us on our socials, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /theswordcast. At our website, www.swordcastadventures.com. Our Tumblr blog at www.tumblr.com/blog/theswordcastadventures. And on our Twitch at twitch.tv/swordcastadventures. Where hopefully, because the next episode doesn't come out till the 7th of May, we'll maybe get another live stream or two in so we don't make you guys wait too long. Otherwise, it was a blast Saturday, and hopefully we get to do it again soon. There are a couple other events coming up, a few more cons, as well as we got to talk to some really cool people about the Renaissance Fair, and boy howdy, would I adore going as a crew to the Renaissance Fair. But anyways, I hope you all have a great day. We love you all very much, and don't worry, you'll hear from us soon.